It'll be 1 to go this time by. Coming to the green, buddy, coming to the green. Let's go get him. Go, 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 dig, 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 go, 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 go.
Get your motor running. Head out on the highway.
We'll come back downstairs with Mr. Jim Utter. Go ahead.
Jim Utter, Star Observer. Anybody who saw the California race knew about the improvement of your team on pit road. As good as Jimmy Johnson's car was on the track, you guys were as good on pit road. Can you talk? Can both Gregs talk a little about what went into the decision to make the changes on that team? Was it entering chase related? And I mean, and are you surprised with how much improvement there's been?
It was all chase related. It had been something that had been discussed between the crew chiefs and, quite honestly, Robbie Reiser, at not just with the 16 team specifically, but with the 3 and potentially 4 teams that we were going to have in the chase. There were some members on the 26 car that were proven veterans, and both our team as well as the 99 has had some issues with one guy in particular on each squad, and Reiser stepped up to the plate and decided, look, this is our best foot forward. These are what we think are our most experienced under the gun type players, and made a decision and allowed each of our teams to get some guys from the 26 car, and it's helped, without a doubt, it's helped.
I want to add something there just so it's clear. For the 6, the 26, we are building toward next year, and we've got new talent in, and we're looking at everything that we can to make those programs as strong as they can possibly be. So at the same time, we looked and said, how can we close the deal for the chase? How can we make those programs stronger too? We'll promote from within company, and we've got people from both those programs that will take more responsible jobs throughout the company as we make their lives more interesting and develop their careers. And at the same time, the vacancies made here as we move some people out gave us some chance to bring in some real talented people and demonstrate what they can do in the next 10 races.
We'll go to David Caravello, Lewis, and then Jim Pedley, Nate. A host of others. Go ahead.
David Caravello, NASCAR.com. Greg, you got asked about Kyle earlier. He's like 8th in points, 74 back. How big a deficit is that given what's left?
I don't think it's a big deficit because he was 80 ahead coming in. So that can be made up fairly quickly. When you reset the points, a point shift can come so easily. Just today, all the chase guys were running in the top 10. And I knew if I just finished, second or third, it was going to catapult me past a lot of those guys because a lot of them we were even with, but they were, staged in front of me just because of the way that NASCAR, did the, seating. And, and then if I was in front of somebody that had one win, it was going to bump me up. So you'll see those swings like we do at the beginning of the season. He's certainly not out of it, as long as it's self-destruct.
Got Lewis, then Pedley, Claire, Nate, go.
Yeah, Louis Frank, ESPN.com. Back in January at your shop, you kind of mock complaint that at a test you do 1 or 2 laps and then have to turn it over to the guys in the white coats. So I was wondering, what does it do for your confidence today to come back and make a car better?
Well, the white coats did a good job getting a car ready for today. And that was something. That was a question outside by TV. Guys, was where are you planning on testing, or what's your test schedule coming up? And I thought about it. We're testing Charlotte, and we talked about going to Kentucky or someplace else, and we might be better fit to rummage through all the test data we have and all the information and paperwork and just scientifically look at what everything's been done, and try and analyze what the best scenario was going to be for going to Dover and going to to Kansas for the first time and all these other places, and back to Phoenix. Look over the test data, look what we did at Milwaukee and here, and make a good decision on it. So
for the people that haven't been on the white coat side of it, previous white coater myself, you need to understand that when we go to just a 2-day test, the amount of information that we can collect nowadays with the systems that we run on the cars is more than myself and my engineer and the engineer next to me and the engineer next to him can look at in 3 days or 4 days or a week. I mean, there's that much information there, and it's sometimes you don't realize it until 2 weeks after the test. You know, it's not like you can test 10 hours. You go to the hotel room that night and you page through that stuff. The answer may not be right there. It may not be until 2 weeks later that you actually find it. So, I mean, the benefits of things like that don't immediately come out. You don't show up the next day of the test and run 3/10 faster because you stayed up all night. I mean, it's like trying to read, a book that's this thick. It just doesn't happen that quick.
Jim Pedley, Claire, and then Nate.
Yeah, for Greg Biffle, you guys did come in as overlooked. I don't know if it was a dark horse or not. Does that inspire you or motivate you or anger you, or do you like being the stealth candidate? And for Greg Erwin, does that motivate your guys?
I think it inspires, me a little bit to want to be, make a statement, I guess. And, I was just, I don't know how, I've been thinking about it for quite some time. And, I just thought about what I need to do for the next 10 weeks. And I've thought over and over about it. And, we just got to get my car right on Friday and Saturday, and drive the best race I can on Sunday. And the best man's going to win at the end of the 10 weeks. And I just can't wait to go to Dover.
You had a question for Greg Erwin, I believe?
Yeah, the overlooked, dark horse, not the favorite, it really makes no difference to me. I mean, I look at it, it's common sense. I mean, you've got a guy out there that's won 8 races, you've got a guy that's won 6, and you've got a guy that's won 2 or 3 of the last 4. Of course they're going to be the favorites. I mean, that's just human nature. It's like that in any sport. I mean, I certainly wouldn't take that personal.